Hey everyone. For today's topic, I want to discuss the most important thing you can do if you want to be healthy. This is something that I've researched extensively, I've even lived it by my own experiences, and I've observed plenty of other people to see what works or doesn't work for them. And with all of that, I've come to the conclusion that the most important thing you can do to live a healthy lifestyle is eat well, eat healthy and clean. Have a good diet. And by diet, I don't mean putting yourself on a diet. I mean literally eating healthy. Don't think of it as a diet. It's not a diet. It's the way you eat. It's your lifestyle. Think about the food that you eat being what actually fuels your body and what creates your cells, because that's actually the truth of the matter. This is why it's so disconcerting to see so many people who lack the mental strength to not constantly pursue pleasure, because that's what makes people become obese and unhealthy. They're constantly chasing pleasure. They're doing what feels good and not what actually is good for their life in general. If you want to be healthy, you need to stop eating for pleasure. That's like the most important thing you can do, because eating for pleasure is not going to allow you to be healthy. Eating for pleasure means eating ice cream and cookies and cake and fried foods aren't exactly bad. It's more so the oils that they're fried in. A fun fact, coconut oil and like beef tallow and animal fat, butter, those sorts of things are actually good sources of fat and oils. But most things nowadays are actually fried in vegetable oil, which is not at all good for you, and it's causing a lot of health problems. So fried foods may not actually be the devil. It's more so foods that are fried in vegetable oils that are really bad, but that's the topic for another video. But I'm more so driving at is that you just need to stop eating things purely because they taste good. You need to eat things because you realize it's actually fuel for your body, and it will literally be used to create the cells in your body. In a way, you truly are what you eat. The food that you eat, all those molecules and atoms end up going into your body and creating your cells. Your body will break those things down and utilize them to build you. So if you're eating like crap all the time because you're eating for pleasure, you're going to feel like crap because your cells are not going to be having all the proper building blocks needed to make them. Like when people have nutrient deficiencies, it creates a ton of problems. It can literally affect your mood. So many people don't know this, and they really need to teach it in schools because it's huge. There are plenty of people out there walking around with depression, anxiety, and other things like that due to them not eating right. So their body is missing nutrients that will actually prevent you from falling into depression and getting anxiety and those sorts of things. Now, I'm not saying that diet will always cure those things. There definitely are situations where they can be caused by genetics or other things like that. Sometimes your brain could literally be wired differently. I understand all that, but I do believe most people who are suffering from these things in general probably are just dealing with them because they're not taking good care of themselves. I don't believe everyone out there has a prior genetic condition or something wrong in their brain. I think most people just don't take good care of themselves, and then they pay the price of that. They have all these issues in their lives, all this inflammation that creates problems. So if you really want to be healthy, focus solely on what you eat. Like, it's even more important than exercising. I've had debates with my roommates and other older people about this, because older folks who've lived like a healthy lifestyle and they work out a lot, they tend to believe that exercise is the most important thing. I don't quite believe that. It is important, don't get me wrong. You definitely want to eat well and then exercise, like put your body to work. So you're actually going to build muscle and burn fat, have a good cardiovascular system and that sort of thing. But you can actually get away with just solely focusing on eating well and not even exercising. You can lose weight doing that. Like, many people don't realize this. You can actually lose weight sitting on your butt all day doing nothing and being completely sedentary, so long as you're eating well, eating healthy, and also at a caloric deficit. Then you'll literally burn fat just existing, because your body actually burns calories just doing nothing. Like, you still have a bunch of bodily processes going on, like your digestive system burning food and or breaking down food, and that requires energy, and then breathing requires energy, pumping blood throughout your body requires energy, thinking requires energy. There are all these ways that your body will burn energy, which can lead to burning fat just from you doing nothing. So you actually can be healthy without exercising, but I wouldn't quite recommend that. Like, I'm just using this to prove a point. Definitely eat well and exercise or work out. That's the best of both worlds. That's how you become healthy and strong simultaneously, which is something I would say everyone should strive to become, because it just makes your life so much better. But it really is diet, the way that you eat, that is the most important thing. But as I said earlier in the video, try not to view it as a way that you're restricting yourself. Just view it more as the way you're providing sustenance for your body, because that's truly what the food we eat is at the end of the day. It's sustenance for your body to keep you going. That's why you need to stop viewing it in terms of like pleasure and only what tastes good to your taste buds. You do not want to constantly eat for pleasure, because that is not going to make you healthy and happy in the long run. Sure, it may make you happy for like 5 minutes after you've eaten that food, but then you'll deal with the crash afterwards and you'll not feel good. And if you do it often enough, you'll gain a ton of weight, and then you won't feel good in general because your body is unhealthy. So there you go. I feel like I'm on a soapbox right now, but it's just, I really wish I could, like, I don't know, make a course or something for all public schools talking about this sort of thing, so that people would actually understand the importance of living a healthy lifestyle. Because yeah, the food you eat creates you. It creates your cells. That's you. Like, why don't people get that more often? It's just, because maybe people will take better care of themselves if they finally understand, and also maybe them understanding all those like mental ailments that people deal with, how many of them are actually due to nutritional deficiencies, and so many people don't know that either. So there's just a lot out there that people aren't aware of, and it's unfortunate. So that's why I'm on a soapbox in this video. I'm trying to help you guys, because it's just, there's a quote by, maybe it's Plato or Socrates, or one of the three like original great philosophers. One of them said something along the lines of, it's like a tragedy for man to grow old without ever knowing what his body is capable of. I'm paraphrasing there, but basically what he meant by that was, it's sad to see people get old and never work out and eat healthy and push their body to its physical limits to see what they're capable of, seeing how much they can bench press in the gym or back squat, or how many miles they can run, or how many miles they can swim, things like that, or just having the ability to run away from someone who's trying to rob you or something. Like, so many people in the US wouldn't even be able to do that because they're out of shape. It's like, what the hell? So I agree with that quote, because I want to see what my body can handle. I mean, last year I was able to push it to be able to bench press over 200 pounds. This year I want to go even further than that. I want to see how high I can go in my life in general. I'm hoping at some point I'll be able to break 300 pounds there and have like a 500 pound back. So I want to just see what limit I can hit. So it sucks that more people don't think in that way. But anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox here. You can tell I'm passionate about this, but I truly hope I was able to illustrate the importance of eating well. Like, really, you should learn to cook if you don't already know how to. It's not the most difficult thing in the world. If you don't like cooking, then meal prep. That's what I do. It makes things super convenient and easy, because you only have to cook maybe like a few times a week, and it just gives you that ability to be in control of your health now. Because if you eat out all the time, I can tell you a lot of food is cooked in those vegetable oils I mentioned earlier, and that causes a lot of inflammation in your body. It's just not good for you in general. So if you really want to take control of your health, that pretty much means you're going to have to cook for yourself. And if you view that as a horrible, bad thing, well, have fun being unhealthy, because I don't know what other option there is for you. But yeah, that's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci.